All right, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of the Poundcast. That is the new name as of now. Thanks to Larry. Shout out to our line brother Larry. He helped us out with the name, so it is the Poundcast. So I appreciate everybody for all the support. We got a lot of good reviews for the first episode we did, and hopefully we can keep that content coming. So the draft just wrapped up. Well, a couple hours ago. So let me take off this.
We're live, pal.
Yeah, I know. My bad. Yeah. So I was just we're new here. So
Yeah, I know. Yep.
all right. So draft just wrapped up and about 3 hours ago, and we're gonna go through each pick in the draft and kind of give up our thoughts and feedback and kind of what we're gonna, what we can expect next year. So that being said, let's just jump right in. Round 1, pick number 8. What a lot of people expected. We actually went with Christian McCaffrey out of Stanford. Running, does he have a position? Running back / wide receiver / special teams / let's just call him / your initial thoughts. What do you think about that pick?
I like the pick. It fills 3 spots: running back, wide receiver, and punt returner. Ron Rivera's already said that he's not going to be a kick returner. So, but at a minimum, he fills 3 spots. Very versatile. He broke Barry Sanders records in college, so he's good.
It's impressive.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So I think he's going to be a solid pickup. I'm glad he's going to be with us. Everybody wanted Fournette. I didn't think Fournette was going to be taken by Jacksonville, but I was wrong. So, but McCaffrey's going to be great, man. I think the kid's going to be great for us.
Yeah, I like the pick. Like I said in our initial our last video, I like the kid. I like McCaffrey. I'm just a little nervous on how Shula is going to use him. That's my biggest thing. So according to Rivera, he's going to be used a lot like Stanford used him. And that being said, he was used everywhere. I mean, slot, running back, punt returns, all that stuff. So, and McCaffrey said himself, he wants to be an outlet receiver for Cam, not just a 2 or 3 yard dump down, not dump down passes. So that tells me, he wants to be a receiver. So that's a plus when you can get a guy that can do everything. I'm with it. So what do you think grade wise? How do you grade that pick?
Oh, an A plus.
A,
because considering the other options that we had, we knew that Jamal Adams was probably on the top of the list, in my opinion. It probably was Jamal, Fournette, then him, then maybe OJ 4th.
Yeah, I was gonna say they definitely had OJ in there. If you read one of the articles about the War Room, it was between Adams, OJ, and McCaffrey, and Adams got picked up by the Jets, and so they were debating between OJ and McCaffrey. So.
Yeah, but McCaffrey was the correct pick. Now, OJ did have a good career at Alabama, but he had a couple big games. But sometimes he was a disappearing act too. So they probably took that into account when you pick McCaffrey, because McCaffrey was so consistent throughout his college career.
Yeah, I think to speak to OJ a bit, I think that Alabama offense didn't use OJ how he's going to be using in the NFL. So I think that's more a testament to the offense on offensive coordinator and all that than it is OJ. OJ has the ability. But anyway, this isn't about OJ. It's about Christian McCaffrey. So I'm going to run down a couple of reviews of the pick and grades. So CBS Sports gave it a D. And that's from your friend over at CBS Sports. He said he likes the skill set and the way the game is played. But again, it's a back in the top 10, and he hates that. So running back, he just hates the running back in the top 10. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I don't like him. I never liked Pete. Pete always hated on us, man. So I'm good on Pete because he finds a reason to hate. You can't hate on that pick. Running back arguably was our biggest need, and we filled it.
Yeah, I think that's true. So Walter Football, I follow them a lot. I'm not sure if everybody else does. It says he's everything Carolina looks for in a prospect. He feels a huge need at running back. He's extremely versatile, and Cam Newton will love working with him. Carolina's offense was stagnant last year.
Yep.
So go ahead.
Yeah. So him, I agree. I mean, I think when Stewart went down, that hurt a lot. The lack of offensive line consistency hurt a lot. I think we had over 30 different offensive line combinations. 33, I think it was.
Yep, 33.
So with regards to that, that changes it a bit. If our line's more consistent, we're going to have a more versatile running back, somebody that can shift, can play the position. He's the same size as some Hall of Fame running back. So I love, like I keep saying, I love this pick. I really do.
Yep. Two more reviews. Sports Illustrated gave it an A-. McCaffrey ran between the tackles with great effectiveness in college, and he has the pass catching chops to smoke defenses from the slot. He brings completely different element to the Panthers offense, one that Cam Newton should benefit greatly from having. McCaffrey's a better fit for this scheme than Fournette, who was rumored to be the Panthers in the Panther sites as well. So you can see a common theme here. Cam Newton's going to love him. Yeah, great for the offense. One more, NFL.com gave it an A. Great football player, not just a great receiver or running back. The Panthers got their guy and didn't have to move up to get him. So, that's right. Yep. So overall, I think it was a good pick. No hating there. I personally am going to give it a B+. This is a stagnant, a grade that I need to be patient to see how we're going to use him. I give it a B+ until he's on the field, and I reserve the right to change that grade.
Are you giving him a B+? Are you giving him a B+ because of Shula?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, okay. Absolutely. As the player, it's not the player. I don't hate Christian. I think he's a great player, and I love that the fact that we got him. This is all on how we're going to use him, and it's all Shula. If this is for the player, I give it an A+ even. But just because I don't know how we're going to use him, and I don't trust Mike Shula until I see it, that's what I give it, a B+.
I'm going to keep my comments to Shula until we talk about the next pick.
Absolutely. With that being said, second round pick, pick number 40, Curtis Samuel, wide receiver, running back, another 5'11", 186 pounds, and he ran a 4.31 40 in the combine. Speed. That's what Gettleman said. Speed. Go ahead.
And I watched it. I went back and checked how fast he really ran. He was gone, man. And that wasn't even the fastest time. He ran a 4.3.
No. Yeah.
And he has hands. And they did put him in different positions. He played running back and wide receiver at Ohio State. This is probably some people are going to keep saying this is the Ted Ginn replacement, but I think this is more of another way to keep us versatile. We can have situations where we'll have McCaffrey and him on the field.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah, definitely. My personal opinion, I think he's definitely Ted Ginn replacement. I'm going to call him that because that's what he's going to do. They said Samuel himself said they're going to use me primarily as a slot receiver. And obviously he played H-back, running back, return kicks for Ohio State. Panthers are serious about this evolving offense thing. So yeah, how do you grade this pick out? Do you like it? Do you not like it?
I like it. I mean, I'll give it a B+. I mean, I like it. Now this is where I'm going to talk about Shula. They just drafted first 2 rounds. We just drafted 2 versatile players that could play both running back and wide receiver. His excuses, the reason of why we can't get rid of him if he doesn't execute this year, they're out the window. They're getting Cam help, and he's getting more help in this draft as well. So Shula has to execute. We were the best offense in the NFL 2 years ago. We were in the bottom 5 last year. So this year they need to be closer to that top 10 in the NFL on offense.
That being said, you can tell Dave is not a Shula fan.
I'm not.
I think you've been calling for him to get fired for about 5 years now.
Since he got hired. Yeah, I wanted him gone the following day.
Yeah.
I wanted him gone the following day. I wanted him here, man.
Yeah, so as far as my opinion, I grade this out as a B. Again, not the player. I'm on the same page. Shula. I don't know what he's gonna do. Obviously, with these first 2 picks, I think they're taking this, like you said, they're taking excuses away from him. He has no excuse. But just to go with what everybody else is saying, CBS Sports gave the pick a B. Said he played running back and receiver, but thinks he's a slot guy in NFL. They need that in their offense. Walter Football gave it an A-. Said he should be able to emulate what Ted Ginn brought to the offense and special teams. Hopefully he doesn't drop as many passes. Samuel is a solid selection as he fits the range of this spot. Cam Newton has to be thrilled with these new weapons. So yeah, it's the same theme here. Offense. But to play devil's advocate, Sports Illustrated gave it a C+. Said that Carolina offense is going to be fun to watch. Both Samuel and first round pick Christian McCaffrey are uber athletic running backs with the potential to play in the slot. It's fair to wonder though if this was overkill. If McCaffrey's getting touches all over the field, how is Samuel getting involved? That's a valid and that speaks to Shula. That's exactly what I'm thinking. You got all these players. How are they going to get involved?
You could put McCaffrey at running back, put Samuel in the slot. They involved.
It sounds good. It sounds good, but
I mean, he people gave Shula passes because Cam didn't have weapons.
And injuries.
He has weapons now. And injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he has weapons. He has no excuses now. The excuses are gone. He has weapons. Besides the fact that we still have Kelvin, we still got Funches, and now we got these two guys. He has weapons. Stu's still on the team. He has weapons. So,
yep. And if
he can't do it now, he'll never do it, ever.
NFL.com gave it a B+. Another versatile player for the Panthers, whether he plays a running back or receiver. So, again, I just hope this doesn't confuse Shula too much with all these weapons. I just hope he doesn't catch a brain cramp and not know what to do with it. One thing I hope he calls up Urban Meyer and says, "Hey man, give me a couple plays. You see what I got? Help me out. Do something because we can't go out there and do what we did. We can't go and run draw plays on 3rd and long, and that stuff's not going to work anymore. You got weapons." And you need to use them. So no more excuses.
Yeah, the thing about Shula, I mean, he has excelled with the smaller running back. He had done when in Tampa, and he was able to get him. He rushed for like close over 1,000 yards easily. So we know that Shula's capable. He's never had a quarterback this good. He's never had a receiver core this good. So he should be able to execute with these guys. He should.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Again, I like the player. Same thing as McCaffrey. They're the same guy. It makes you wonder kind of, though, why they picked up the same guy. You spent the high pick on McCaffrey, and then you go turn around and spend another high 2nd round pick on the same guy. They're equal. I don't understand it, but I'm not hating though because I want to see. I got to see it first.
Two things: versatility and speed. That's why.
Yeah,
that's why.
That's a good point. It's a good way to end off or cap that conversation about Curtis Samuel. And in the 2nd round, pick number 64, we've got Taylor Moton, offensive tackle from Western Michigan, 6'5", 319. I think that's the definition of hog molly.
Yes.
Is it not?
Certifiable.
Yeah.
You knew he couldn't resent.
Yeah. Nah, it was needed. It was needed too. It was needed.
Absolutely.
It was needed. And according to a lot of the pundits, Moton was a steal here. They thought he was going to go higher. But yeah, so and just we don't know what Orr is going to do. According to Ron Rivera, though, Orr is right where he needs to be. Points out that Panthers are in voluntary phase with their OTAs, so I don't think we've seen him. Rivera also says that Taylor Morton's primary position will be tackle, but he has experience at guard too.
Another versatile guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the theme in this draft. I mean, all of these guys are versatile. If I had to name or give this some kind of theme, it would definitely be versatility. All of them can do multiple things.
Except for the last pick.
Well, yeah, obviously he's a kicker, but we'll get to that later. It said, how are you gonna grade this one out?
It was a steal. I'll give this one an A. We fill a need at right tackle. They thought that Darrell Williams would be the guy to come up to get that job. It hasn't happened yet. You have Orr that's still in the concussion protocol right now, officially, right? So I give this an A because I think this guy's going to be starting. He will be starting. If he doesn't make it as a right tackle, they can probably put him at guard. So I think he'll be starting.
Just to go off of that, he said they said Morton started mostly at right tackle, so he's comfortable at the right tackle position, which is awesome. And also Taylor Morton says the Panthers told him about the addition of Matt Khalil. As for their other tackle, they didn't even bring Orr up. Yep. So that goes to show what they think about that, and I think it's great because it shows that they're even if Orr does come back, he can he can come back and learn under the guy, and he doesn't have to start day one. So this is hedging your bets. This is one thing we didn't do last year. We didn't have depth anywhere on the O-line. Like you said, 33 different combinations. So worst case scenario, even if this man doesn't start, he's going to be good depth, and that's what we need. More importantly, we need depth, and that's what he provides. So I definitely give this an A. A all the way for this. Just a couple. You got anything else to say about Moton?
Nah, he's a big boy, man.
Yeah, big.
He's a mauler too. I saw some film of him.
Yeah,
beating up J.J. Watt's brother.
So just to go off of that, I did a reaction video watching that film, and he rarely got beat. I think he gave up like one sack, and this is against Wisconsin. Wisconsin has J.J. Watt's brother who just got drafted pretty high, and he fared pretty well. There's a reaction video. I just uploaded it about 10 minutes ago. So if anybody wants to, go check that out. I just did a reaction video watching his film. So let's see what the pundits had to say. CBS Sports gave it a B-. They said it's about time they addressed their offensive line. He's a good, solid player who held his own when matched up against the big schools, can play guard or tackle. Walter Football gave it a B. Moton is a fine choice as he could play either tackle or guard for the Panthers. So you see this theme going on here? Every player can play either one or the other, which is awesome. So Sports Illustrated gave it an A. Here he said, and here's another day two offensive tackle capable of stepping in as a rookie starter. Panthers overpaid for Matt Khalil to play left tackle, so this is probably a safety net on the right side for Michael Orr, whose concussion issues have put up his future in jeopardy. Moton is a mauler, a plug-and-play option for the Panthers' revamped offense.
It's interesting that we drafted an offensive lineman, considering that Gettleman wasn't really a fan of this class. So I'm happy that he did it because we needed it. But I was kind of like, wow, he. I know he couldn't resist, but
I think it's a value play more than anything.
It was definitely a value play.
Yeah, because there was a ton of linemen that went late. Everybody was going late.
Well, it's funny. Like the first round, he only had 2.
Yeah, exactly. So this offensive line was pretty. Group was pretty weak, but I think at this, at this point, Gettleman couldn't resist. He's a hog molly definition of he's a big boy, really big boy. And NFL.com gave it a B+. Offensive tackle was a big need for Carolina, and Western Michigan's Taylor Moton is one of the better right tackles in the draft. So yeah, any more thoughts on Moton?
I think he's going to start. I think this was a great pick for us. I can't wait to see him because this is going to be awesome.
That's your bold prediction for the podcast?
Moton? Yeah, he's going to start.
Moton's going to start? All right.
Yeah, he's going to start because Orr isn't going to be there. So I don't think Orr is going to make it out of concussion protocol, and I don't think Darrell Williams is going to get around enough to take over that starting spot. So, yeah, Moton's going to have that slot.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad. I kind of hope Orr comes back though.
I do too.
Well.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we wouldn't have to put him at left tackle. I do too. But he's been in the cousin protocol for like months.
Yeah.
Like he was in it for most of the season last year.
Yeah, something not right there. But anyway, on to the third round pick, number 37. We made a trade to Arizona. Deshaun Hall, defensive end from Texas A&M, 6'5", 265. Any thoughts?
So he's the guy that was opposite of the number one pick of the draft, Myles Garrett.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's funny because we did the same thing with Ely, didn't we? Because Michael Sam was the main guy.
Yeah.
And we drafted Ely, but Ely was the bigger prospect, so to speak. So it's interesting that we ended up doing that again with him. I think it's a good pick. He's going to get to learn under Peppers and Charles Johnson, which is beautiful. He's definitely not going to start. It looks like he's got to develop a little bit, but he'll get to learn under like pretty much a potential Hall of Famer.
Yeah, no. First thing I thought when I saw 6'5", 265, I turned on the tape. First thing I saw was Greg Hardy. That's exactly who this dude looks like. He looks exactly size-wise. He looks exactly like Greg Hardy. Speed-wise, everything looks just like him. I just hope he doesn't take the same path as he did. But that's who I thought. I like the pick. Not sure about the trade. Gave up a 4th round pick for him to move up about 20 spots. So
that was worth it, man. That was worth it. I mean, you moved up 20 spots. You only had to give up a 4th round pick in this draft. Yeah,
I don't know. I wish we didn't have to do that, but obviously, get them and love the value here. So I can't knock it. I'm not gonna knock any defensive player that get them in picks. Pretty much, this dude is a genius when it comes to drafting defensive talent. So I'm not gonna hate. We needed a defensive end, and I'm glad we got one. Not the one I was choosing, that I thought we were going to pick up. I was thinking maybe a DeMarcus Walker, or there was some guys that there was a reach on the guy from Villanova. I think he went to Kansas City. He was projected to be like a third or 4th round guy. He went in the 2nd, so I think it kind of threw us off a little bit. But I'm not hating here at all. How you grade that out?
I'll give it a B+ because we had to trade up. I think he's going to be good. I think being able to learn under Peppers is going to be huge. I think it's going to be huge. Shout out to Donald Trump.
You get a Trump shout out, man.
Yeah, just a small one. But either way, so I think it's going to be a big deal. I think he's going to – the fact that he's going to get to learn under Peppers, he's going to have some growth. I don't know how – I know Peppers only signed a 1-year deal. He might potentially stay a little longer, so that's going to be good for him. I think that's going to be great for him.
Yeah, I like the pick. I'm going to give it a B- just because we had to trade. Again, my grades factored in a little bit more than just the player. I wasn't a fan of the trade itself, but I like the player, just not the trade. And I think some of these grades say that they reflect the same way. So CBS Sports actually gave us an A there. Love the pick in this spot. Get them in those defensive ends. This is a steal. Walter Football gave us a C. Partially because of the trade, but it says, I'm not sure it was worth it, the trade up, as there's still plenty of talented edge rushers on the board. Deshaun Hall is a good one, as he possesses very good athleticism, feels a need as a successor for Charles Johnson, but I don't like the trade. That my sentiments exactly. Sports Illustrated gave it a B+. Hall slots in as a rotational pass rusher behind Julius Peppers, Charles Johnson tandem. Learning from those players would give Hall the best chance to unlock a more complete game. And NFL.com gave it a B+. Deshaun Hall is a pass rusher who fits the Panthers mold. They gave up a 4th round pick though to get him, which might not have been necessary.
Just remember, man, we tend to rotate our ends. So
yeah, no, absolutely.
If he's a certifiable pass rusher, man, that offensive line's not getting a break the whole game.
Yeah. He's gonna get some love, and I think it definitely adds to the rotation. It's gonna be a problem. Go ahead.
I didn't watch any film of this kid. I'm like you said, I trust Gettleman when it comes to defensive players because he is awesome when it comes to drafting those guys. I'm going to watch film of the kid. but I haven't done it yet. But I'm pretty sure if you say he looks like Greg Hardy.
Yeah, no, I watched him. I watched the tape on Tennessee. It was Texas A&M versus Tennessee. And just to bring another thought there on Hall, they were saying that they were at one point they were saying that he was the better prospect than Garrett. So that goes to show the dude has talent. But if you throw on the tape, the dude looks just like Greg Hardy. Maybe it's just me, and maybe it might be a stretch. But if you pop on that tape against Tennessee, which is a good team, that's a good SEC team.
Yeah,
he looks just like Greg Hardy to me. He's strong dude, big. He's quick, and he's athletic, just like Greg Hardy.
It'll be interesting to see how the paths of their careers, Miles and him, go. Because I'm curious to see if, like, if this guy ends up being better than Myles Garrett, that'd be awesome. I would love it. But I don't know. Miles looks like a monster, man. I have seen some of his tape.
Yeah, they were making comparisons that at one point, I don't know whether it was junior, senior, sophomore year, but at one point they were saying that Hall was a better pass rusher than Garrett. He was the better prospect. So they were saying that on as the draft was running. I don't know who said it, but somebody said it.
Wow.
Yeah. So that goes to show, get him knows what he's doing. Any more thoughts on Hall?
Now let's go to the next guy. Let's go to the next player.
Yeah. Next up, 5th round pick, number 152, Elder. I got to call him Cornelius. His full name is Cornelius Elder, cornerback out of Miami, 5'10", 183. I like this pick. This dude is scrappy. I watched film of him 2 games against Miami. I'm sorry, he played for Miami against North Carolina and Florida State. There's also a video of that if you want to go back and watch that video. Just uploaded about maybe a couple hours ago. This dude is very impressive. Very impressive. I like this pick, especially its values there. Any thoughts? Captain
Munderland. He's Captain Munderland, man. He's gonna be a cheaper. He's a poor man's Captain Munderland, which is good because Captain's scrappy too. So that tells me that he's gonna probably play at the nickel. I think optimally he'll be at the nickel slot.
Yeah. Gettleman was saying he's gonna be a Rivera. One of them was saying he's a backup. He's gonna be a backup nickel, and he's gonna provide value in special teams. This dude, if you turn on the tape, man, this guy is scrappy. He's small, 5'10", 185, but as some of the reviews say, he plays bigger. He doesn't, in his mind, he's got the Napoleon complex. He thinks he's bigger than what he is, and you turn on the tape and watch the guy. He's impressive. I really like this pick.
He's got that Steve Smith Napoleon complex.
Man. Look, man, I ain't gonna say that far. I ain't gonna go that far, but he definitely looks like it. He's scrappy. So just a couple thoughts on him. He does kickoff and punt returns as well. 2015 he did both for Miami. So what does that say?
Versatility.
Yep. We'll get another one. Versatile. He says, I'm a physical player. I love to tackle. I'm going to bring that passion and everything to the field. He said a lot of people question my size or whatever. But if you turn on the film, you can't tell it. And that's exactly what I'm saying. He looks he looks good, man. Just trust me on that. Corn Elder said, one more. Corn Elder says he watches the Panthers a lot and loves the defensive scheme. Go ahead.
So basically, he plays like he's 6'5", 210.
Yeah, no, you turn on the film, man. I'm telling you, he looks like it. He looks good. How you gonna grade that one out?
I'm gonna give it a B+. I'm nice to these guys, man.
Yeah, you are nice because usually you be slaying dudes, man.
I'm trying not to slay. I really am, but I like the pick because I think we do need another. I felt like we need another corner. I did wonder why we didn't go safety in this draft.
Yeah, we'll get to that at the end, but I agree there.
But I like the pick. I think him as a cornerback is going to cause competition. I think Zach Sanchez is out of there. I don't think he's going to make the team. I think he's gone. Like I think if this pick is going to decide whether or not he's going to be on this roster next year. He's gone. Like, that's a wrap for him because he had his chance. He blew it. He went on the practice squad. Only place you can put him in is at nickel. can't put Zach outside. And you already got we brought back Captain Munderland and we drafted this guy. Zach's done. He's out of there.
Yeah. Nah, Zach was messing around with Duchess too much for Black Ink. He wasn't focused on his game. So I don't know. It'll be interesting with the seed. It's competition all across the board, man. It's gonna be ugly. But we'll get to that at the end. There's a couple grades. Not I didn't get 4 for him because these were live. CBS Sports gave it a B-, an undersized slot cornerback prospect whose toughness and natural football sense will help his chances of seeing the field in 2017. Walter Football gave it a B, a raw cornerback who's still learning that position after transitioning from running back. That's one thing. He did play running back. He's a converted running back. So Jonathan Stewart go down. We got another guy that can get back there.
We got a vegetable, corn.
Yeah. Come on, man.
9 months.
Come on. Yes. Said somebody had 9 months to name him. And they come
9 months. You come up with corn, man.
His full name is Cornelius, to be fair. His dad's name is Cornelius.
Yeah,
I guess he wanted to be a little different. Yeah. So I'm gonna give this. I actually gonna give this an A-, man. I like this dude. I'm impressed with especially the value in the 5th round. And I watched the film. I'm impressed with Corn. All right. Any more thoughts on that?
I'm wondering if he can't play safety. He's not capable.
Nah, he's too little, man.
He's too freaking small.
We already got.
I want him on the field, man. If he's as scrappy as we think he is, I want him on the field.
He could probably get out there if you put Cap on the outside and then put him in the
nickel spot.
In the nickel, it should. That's probably the only way it's gonna happen. But I wouldn't be mad at that.
Well, it'll be interesting because now with Worley there, because we know Bradbury's got his slot on lock. That's his.
Bradbury is the one.
Yeah, Worley he could potentially lose that spot, man.
Hey, we'll have to see.
Now that, like before, we didn't think they were going to take a nickel in the draft last week. Now that they have, and they picked up Captain Munderland, Worley's spot's in jeopardy. That's going to be a nice competitive spot, man. Yeah, in my opinion, that's going to be a rough one.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll definitely closer to training camp. We'll get to the position battles, but they are definitely shaping out to be something serious across the board. I mean, across the board is competition. So that being said, on to the 6th round, pick 192, Alexander Arma, defensive end maybe, fullback maybe. Which one is it? He's drafted as a fullback, but. Dude, I don't know about this one.
He played tight end too.
I don't know about this one, man.
If they put him at fullback, I love it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I love it because he weighs 250 and he's going to run people over.
6'2", 252 is a big boy.
Oh, I love it. If they put him at fullback, I don't think I want him playing defensive end, but if they put him at fullback, I love it.
Okay, I like the guy, but did we have to draft him?
I don't know, because I know Gettleman has admitted in the past that if he thinks somebody else might take him, he'll do it. He'll pull the trigger. Because sometimes you keep certain guys, you keep certain guys as a free agent and hope that you can sign them, but then you have guys where you think that another team's going to take them. He admitted that for the 7th round pick for sure at the presser today.
Yeah, he did.
So this might have been just a situation where he was like, I need to get a fullback. We need to get a pure fullback. This guy looks like he can play fullback. They did a private workout with him and saw that he could play it. Played it in high school, and he played both sides of the ball while he was in college, even though it was a tight end position, and he could block. And some of the film showed that he could block his behind off. So I'm cool with the pick if he's playing offense.
All the film I saw, the guy was on defense, but he did have some film out there. I think he made all conference on both sides of the ball as well.
Yeah.
So he made all conference, I think, 2nd team at tight end and 1st team in defensive end. So what's that say about him? Versatility. Yeah. So that's the theme, man. So it's a couple things. I'm really familiar with the position. Talking about fullback, I pretty much played it my whole life until college. So he hasn't played fullback in a long time. Going to the NFL to play fullback, I think he's gonna need a little bit of time, but I'm willing to wait for it. But it's interesting though. This pick tells me a lot about the philosophy of the offense. It's time to get back to that. Sometimes you just gotta line them up, man. Sometimes you just gotta go fullback, I formation, and just punch people in the mouth, man. And I think that's what this pick says. Come goal line, there's no more Tolbert. Tolbert is not I'm gonna go back to this again. Tolbert was not a real fullback. He was a finesse running back, just happened to be huge, and would steal vulture carries, and goal line carries. So this guy comes in to be a real down and dirty fullback. Is no dancing in the end zone. This is bring your lunch pail to work type dude, and get it done.
Like I said, I love this pick. They're gonna put him at fullback. He's gonna make the team. So I don't think we're gonna have to wait too long because who else is gonna play that position?
I don't know. We brought in a couple guys to play at fullback, and so there's going to be competition there as well, as much as a fullback competition can be. But there's definitely we brought in a guy. I don't recall his name off the top of my head, but we definitely brought in a fullback. So drafting him is going to be some competition as well. It's still the 6th round just makes you wonder, man. I don't know. I don't know about that one, especially because there was a tight end there. What's the tight end? Bucky Hodges was still there at that time, and so that just confuses me. Why we didn't go? I just don't know why we didn't go tight end. That's really what it is.
Can Bucky Hodges play fullback?
Bucky Hodges is 6'6" wide receiver looking tight end. So that's why I wanted Bucky Hodges at that. Actually, to be honest, I wanted Jake Butt, but he paused. But he went to the Broncos. So
Nah, I think with them drafting McCaffrey, they'll probably do more I formation. They're gonna play. They said they're gonna do similar things with him as what they did with them in Stanford. So
facts, and they definitely lined up. They had like 7 offensive linemen on the field.
Yeah.
At one, they would just line it up, and so McCaffrey. Just go back to McCaffrey a little bit. He can't run through the tackles as much as I don't think he will. And I don't think he'll do that much running between the tackles, but he's capable.
Same size as Emmitt Smith, same size as LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah, he can do it. He can do it.
He can do it. And Stanford was a physical football team.
Yeah, they were smash mouth, dude. They ran the ball like a lot.
Yeah. So when you take that into consideration, that's why I understand the pick.
How you grade it out?
B-.
B- for this guy. Wow, you're definitely generous, dude.
I'm doing. Yeah, I know you hated this pitch because your boy Bucky was there sitting there. So but I think I love the fact that we got a fullback. The only thing that I'm concerned about is the fact that he's a versatile guy, but he didn't play fullback in college. Hence the B-, hence the lowest grade out of all the players that I've picked so far. But I think he can play the position, and I think he's going to win the job. And it should be fun. It should be fun, man, because he can block. He can block because he played tight end, so he can block. So I'm not too. And it wasn't like he didn't play like I don't think he played like a passing tight end either. He played like I'm blocking for my back tight end.
Yeah, block first tight. So couple grades that I was able to find. Walter Football gave it a D. Not sure why Alexander Armand was drafted. He wasn't anywhere close to being on my board. CBS Sports, your boy actually gave it a B. A player with rare versatility. Armand was named All-Conference first team as a DE and second team as a tight end. So there you go, versatility once again. So we can leave that there. Me personally, I gave it a C, just because I don't know. First of all, I don't know where. Well, they say he's gonna play fullback, but I don't know. I haven't seen there's no film of the guy playing fullback, so it's hard to make a judgment based off of that. So just off of that, I gotta give it a C.
Well, we gotta find the tight end film. I mean, the dude was second conference, so all conference.
Yeah, but this is a small conference we're talking about, my G. He came from like Western Georgia. Or something like some. Yeah, this is this ain't the ACC we talking about. This is some small school, but Gettleman specializes in finding small school talent, so maybe he found another diamond, man. Look, the guy knows how to draft. I'm not questioning his drafting ability, So I just gave it a C just because we don't. It's unknown. We don't know what the guy can or cannot do. So until I see it come training camp, I can't. I'm a hold off. I reserve the right to change my pick, my grade. How about that? Before the season starts.
The only reason why I gave him a B- is because he's playing fullback, and we need a fullback. And I don't know what a fullback looks like in Carolina anymore.
Yeah, dude. Last fullback we had was Hoover.
Yeah, That's it. That was it.
That's it.
And then we got Tolbert. We got the bowling ball, man. No, who made the Pro Bowl as a fullback?
No, that by default. Let's not do that. I hate that. This dude made the Pro Bowl by default. So get out of here, man. That dude Tolbert, man. He's a good dude too. I met him one time.
He's a cool cat. I'm not doubting that. But
I met him one time at Concord Mills. He was strolling his kids. He's a good dude, man. But I just never. I like as tough as the running backs we had. I just wish you could line them up and just have a blocking fullback. It just hasn't happened. So all right, so yeah, so let's move on to 7th round pick number 223, Harrison Butker. So we did get a Butker. Pause.
I'm not quite sure how to help you.
Oh, that was Alexa. All right. So this is a kicker. Any thoughts on that?
No cost us a couple games last year.
Yeah, he did.
So it's called competition.
Yeah, I like this pick simply because Gano's coming off surgery too, it's competition, man. It's across the board, man. So I think this is an excellent. Well, I'm not gonna say excellent pick, but I do like it. The guy has some range, and I think he's like he kicked 2 50+ field goals and made them both at Georgia Tech. So it doesn't have a lot of I guess a lot of reps there kicking deep, but I think he's pretty accurate and he's got a powerful leg. So that's what I read on him. So I like the pick and definitely brings the competition. How you grade that one out?
I'm giving it a C. I hate when folks draft kickers, man, and punters. I do. I really do.
He was the fourth one gone though. So it's not like
I get it. And Gettleman said the reason why he did it was because he was afraid that somebody else was going to take it.
Yeah,
that kind of shows that maybe he could have potentially went undrafted for sure. But
yeah, no, we drafted 2 guys that could have went undrafted.
Yeah, it's true because the 6th round pick was the same way. But it's just, I know Gano just went through surgery. Gano had a rough year, but we didn't have to necessarily use a pick on him. Probably could have drafted somebody else, took a chance on somebody else.
Yeah, and just to note, he's the first ever kicker drafted by the Panthers. So that, I don't know. I don't know what that's saying.
Yeah, it's saying a lot that you don't draft kickers. That's what it's saying. That's what it's saying. You don't draft kickers.
Yeah.
I'm being modest with a C. I'm being nice.
Yeah. CBS Sports actually gave us a B-. The guy that you said is so hard on us has actually been pretty good to us late in the late rounds.
He probably got yelled at from his bosses after they gave McCaffrey a D.
Yeah, it said he gave us a B-. Said need a kicker, draft a kicker, good for the Panthers.
I don't think we need a kicker.
Yeah, we didn't really need it.
Need a kicker,
but no, it's definitely good to have, man, because you never know.
No, he can use the competition, no question. So he's gonna compete.
Yeah, you never know. I'm gonna give that a B-. Need a kicker, draft a kicker. I'm rolling what CBS said.
With your boy Pete.
Yeah, rolling with Pete, man. And much we can say. He's 6'3". He's a big, tall dude too. 6'3". Should be interesting. Lots of competition there.
I didn't expect kicker. I didn't expect kicker. I think I would have rather them take a safety. take a chance on a safety at this point, or a position that you would expect them to take, then draft a kicker.
All right, that wraps up the draft. Do you want to hit free agent, undrafted free agents, and include those in the grade, or you want to just grade out the draft?
I mean, overall, I think the draft I'll give it a B plus. The last 2 rounds, the rest of them were great, man. I didn't have an issue with any of the other picks. But I hated the kicker pick. I sat there and waited for the pick, thinking, all right, who's it going to be? Maybe we're going to take a safety, and we take a kicker. That's why I'm taking them for that. I hate when we draft kickers.
Yeah, me personally, I'm gonna give him a B, a straight B, and it could go higher, and I reserve the right to change my grade once again. At least give me until training camp. Then I'll give you a full assessment. I just need to see how Samuel and McCaffrey are going to coexist, if they're going to, even be on the field at the same time. How are we going to line these dudes up? I mean, obviously, we're not going to get the full playbook at training camp, but you can at least see where dudes are lined up, and kind of making a judgment call there.
I think it's going to be a safe bet that either is only Kelvin or Devin is going to start. I don't think both of them are going to start together, similar like they did last year.
Why not though? That to me it seems obvious that you put those two on the field at the same time. I just don't see why you wouldn't.
If you're trying to improve on speed, that's why.
Funchess isn't necessarily slow. KB is he's KB. Like, he's a size matchup. Like, you have to keep both of those guys are size matchups. You got to keep them on the field.
Yeah.
And you got a guy like we got a lot of slot players. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, I gave we deep in it.
Yeah, I gave it a B. And like I said, I got to see where these guys are being used. You got a lot of guys that bring. There's competition everywhere. So I like that we're bringing in depth and kind of doing a lot of CYA, just in case injuries happen, and we're removing the excuses from Mike Shula. It's time for this guy to step up big time. We should be making so many changes to offense that Sean McDermott wouldn't be able to know what the hell is going on week 2. Like, that's how much this offense needs to change. Like, seriously. That's how we need to be completely different.
I absolutely agree. So we're going to see if Shula can do it, man. We gave him everything he needs.
All right, so that takes care of the draft. We got a couple undrafted free agents that we're bringing in. Fred Ross, wide receiver from Mississippi State, 6'1", 213. He ran a 4.51. I don't know much about this guy. Any thoughts on him?
I don't have too much thoughts about him. I recognized the name when I saw it. I don't know. As of right now, he's probably camp body status. I was shocked to find out that we're pretty much almost at our 90 man roster. Like,
I'm not. We signed a lot of free agents, dude.
A lot of future free agents.
Yeah, true.
And Gettleman during the pressure sounded like he was ready to let some of these folks go, depending on what's available. Like, particularly with the future free agents that he picked up. Because he said, it's fluid. He kept saying the roster's fluid. It's fluid. So he might go after some more folks depending on what falls. But
yeah,
I'm indifferent. Wide receivers are going to be competitive, more competitive than normal. Because you could potentially. All right, so it's a safe bet that Samuel is going to definitely be
Curtis.
Yeah, Curtis Samuel is definitely going to be in the wide receiver spot. Like, he's going to get a wide receiver. Like, so he's going to have one. Kelvin and Funchess is a done deal. So you're already at 3. All right. Well, McCaffrey's a running back. We'll keep him at running back for now.
Yeah.
All right. And then, so am I forgetting? Am I bugging?
Yeah, you forgetting the guy we just signed.
Charles Johnson.
Charles Johnson, the dude from Russell Shepard.
Yeah, Russell Shepard. Yeah.
That's 5 right there.
But you know, the fact that they took the fact
got a
that
couple
we
other guys.
took McCaffrey and we took Samuel tells me that Shepard and Johnson are in trouble. Burson is definitely in trouble.
Burson. Yeah, so you got Burson, you got Demir Bird, you got Kenyaris Garrett. There's a lot of competition at wide receiver. A lot.
The top 3 spots are taken. It's 4, 5, and 4, 5, maybe 6. Maybe
I mean,
6.
a lot of competition at wide receiver, bro. Like that's the toughest battle, and which is good, man. You got to bring the best out of people. So you got, just to run it down, Kelvin Benjamin, Brenton Burson, Demir Bird, Kalen Clay, Mose Frazier, Devin Funches, Kenyaris Garrett, Charles Johnson, Curtis Samuel, Russell Shepard. Those are the wide receivers, and Fred Ross that we just signed. So it's gonna be tough sledding, man. Tough sledding. I don't think Charles Johnson makes the roster. Don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it either now. So how many did we keep last year? 5 or 6?
Don't know off the top of my head.
I think we kept 6. So if we keep 6, we already got half of those are already taken. So the final 3 would be up for grabs.
Yeah. So
I could see this being a year that we just keep 5, because then you got McCaffrey.
Yeah, you got so many tweeners, man. It's like you theoretically to stash a guy, you could theoretically cut Cap and Fozzie, throw Samuel in as a running back, and then keep another wide receiver. So there's different ways you can play that out. I actually see that happening too. There's no way Fozzie Whitaker stays on the roster. There's no way Cap stays on the roster. I just think that
I think Cap is definitely gone.
Yeah, Cap is gone for sure.
Fozzie maybe. Cap is done. He's gone.
It's just I'm just throwing out the ideas on how we could theoretically, stash a guy. Like, you can keep another receiver. You throw Samuel in at running back. He's capable. He played running back. I mean, he literally took handoffs at Ohio State, so he can play running back. Like, he's essentially, so it's weird because you got McCaffrey, who was the better running back, and then you got Samuel, who's the better receiver. Like, they play, but they're the same guy. Like, it's weird. They're
gonna put them both in the backfield.
It's possible.
They're gonna freaking have Cam come on the shotgun and have one of them dudes on the left, McCaffrey on the left, Samuel on the right. Have the defense thinking, which way is they gonna go?
Yeah,
that's what's gonna boil down to, man.
All right, so just to go down, I don't want to get too far in the rabbit hole there. We can talk about that all day come training camp, and once we get out there and kind of see how everything's lining up. So just to get back on topic, we can talk about the next undrafted free agent, which is Ben Boulware, out of linebacker out of Clemson, 6 foot 238. Any thoughts on that?
I think he makes the team.
But another bold prediction, dude. That's 2 bold predictions.
I think he makes the team. I think he has the heart to make the team. He's a local guy. We'll get rid of Burson and keep him, and he'll be the local guy. Clemson ain't that far from Wofford, man.
Nah, he's not Wofford though. That's the Big Cats territory, B.
I know he's not, but this guy actually is talented. This kid's good, man.
Yeah, Ben Boulware is a beast. Like, I love this. I'm so glad nobody drafted him and we got a chance to pick him up, because this kid he's a football player, bro. Like, he's such a beast. Like, and he plays so much passion. Like, if you watch that national championship game, man, this dude's all over the field, man. He's a baller. We stole him, like, literally. Like, we could have drafted him in the 5th round and I wouldn't have been mad.
Or the 7th.
Or the 7th. They obviously knew. They probably knew nobody was going to pick him up. But yeah, he's a great pickup, undrafted free agent.
Yeah, he's the best undrafted free agent we got.
Jeremy Cash, watch your back, bro.
They're gonna have Cash play. No, Cash is gonna play linebacker, right? They converted him to linebacker.
Cash got converted to linebacker. Good special teams guy. Probably need him at linebacker because of AJ Klein's departure. But there's gonna be a nice little interesting competition there at because nice competition at linebacker. Sorry.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be it. But I love that. That's my favorite undrafted free agent. Last year it was Kenyaris Garrett. He was my favorite undrafted free agent.
Cash was undrafted too, right?
Yeah, Kenyaris was undrafted, and Jamie Cash was undrafted last year. And they Cash made the team. Garrett probably he's got a good chance to make it this year. He's gonna have to step up. He took my favorite. That he took Stephen Hill's spot, man. He's my sleeper receiver pick. I love the guy, man.
There's a lot of freaking receivers, man. We can have a whole freaking episode on receivers,
which we will come training camp. We'll talk about it once we get a little bit more closer to training camp. We'll do episodes on position battles. And the last undrafted free agent that we have so far is Brian Cox Jr., defensive lineman from Florida, 6'4", 235. I don't know much about the cat. I didn't get a chance to research him. He just showed up on the list not too long ago, so don't know much about him.
I'm wondering if he's just gonna be a camp body. I don't know if he's gonna be a legitimate threat. I don't think he's gonna be a threat.
Yeah, he's definitely not gonna make the team or anything like that. So yeah, he's definitely just gonna be a camp body. We'll see how it goes. But that wraps it up. Any final party thoughts or anything else you want to talk about before we part ways here?
So Mike Shula, if you're listening, this is it, man. You got all the help you can get. You got all these running backs. You got all these tweeners. You got all these versatile players. You got a guy that can probably give you 10 yards on a punt return. You got a guy that can play. You got two guys that can play the slot and can play running back. You got an offensive lineman that's a hog molly. Your defense just got improved in the draft. No excuses this year, bruh. None. No excuses. None.
Yeah.
If we start 1-3, your head needs to go first.
Wow, you're not even giving them the week. You're not even giving them week 4, man.
Nope.
Sheesh.
Nope.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That offense needs to be proficient. That offense needs to be good.
There's too many weapons, man. McCaffrey's a beast.
And the first 3 weeks, we have a pretty reasonable schedule.
We do. It's manageable.
It's not like we're running into some tough sledding, so to speak, in the first 3 weeks. The toughest team is probably Buffalo.
Yeah. Shout out. Speaking of Buffalo, shout out to McDermott for stealing a couple picks, man. He stole Zay Jones from us, and he stole somebody else that we were looking. I think it's a guard that we were looking at. He traded right in front of us to pick him up. So shout out to McDermott for the thievery there.
I'm rooting for him, man. I am.
I'm not week 2.
Not week 2, but the other 16 weeks, 15 weeks, I'll root for him. But I don't. He still need a quarterback, man.
They got Tyrod, man.
Okay, so Tyrod's still there?
Yeah, still got Tyrod.
Okay. I thought they didn't re-sign him or.
Yeah, they still got
contract or something.
No, they still got Tyrod. They're good there. But let's see. Oh, so just my final thoughts on the draft. I wish we would have got a tight end. That's my only gripe. Probably would have got it B+ to A- had we got a tight end, had we got a safety. Because there was just such a run on safeties. Like in the second round, we didn't get any of the guys that we were looking to get, and that's why I think that 4th round pick was so important. I can't rattle off who was there and who was not there, but I know guys like what's the guy, John Jones or Ryan Jones? I can't remember him from
Josh Jones, right?
Yeah, Josh Jones from NC State. He fell a little bit. I thought we could have grabbed him somewhere. I think in the 3rd. Obi Malafawanu or something, whatever like that. They were trashing that dude in the draft. So I don't know. I don't really know. I see why he fell, but I think there was talk of him going in the 1st round at one point, and then he just fell completely off. off the map.
What did it always say about safeties?
Yeah, but there was a lot of them, man. There was a lot of them that went.
I was kind of stunned that they didn't take a safety. That just tells me that they have faith in the guys that they have.
Yeah. Now, there was no really need for us to go and get a safety per se. It just depends on what they're going to do with Trey Boston and Mike Adams. Because I think Trey's coming up on a contract. I think pretty soon here. So they'll make a decision on that. And I think I forget what Mike Adams' deal is. But I think we got Mike for 2 years, 1 or 2 years. I don't. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have his contract in front of me again. But yeah. So it's just interesting to see what they're gonna do there at safety. I really wanted a tight end though, because it's time. Ed Dixon he's not it, and Greg Olsen is getting old. We had a chance to really beef that up. Multiple chances. We could have got Bucky, and we could have got JB. Let's call him JB, Jake Butt. And I just wish we would have got a tight end. Kickers and fullbacks could have gotten undrafted free agency, but I don't know. So that's pretty much wraps my thoughts up on this.
I would have been cool if they would have took the safety or the tight end with the final spot. And technically, we did get a tight end, our 6th-round pick.
Yeah, he's not a real tight end. We need one of those 6'6" Greg Olsen wannabes. And JB was that. He was that guy. And with Jake, he could have sat because he had an ACL injury. He's not going to play much this year. He could have sat under Olsen and learned the ropes until he was healthy. So instead of wasting a pick on a guy on a 6th-round fullback, we could have shifted that. Maybe we could have got a corner later and then picked up JB, or maybe instead of trading away that 4th-round pick, maybe we could have got a tight end and took another defensive end somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's all I'm saying.
So one thing that I would like to say about this draft was to win now. This draft wasn't about, oh, we're thinking about like the future in like 3-4 years. This draft was about getting back to the Super Bowl next year. All that offensive firepower that we drafted, the depth in offensive line, the only pick that might have been about the future was a defensive end. That was it. Everybody else was about now. Even the fullback now.
That's a great point.
Gano missing freaking field goals at the end of the game now. McCaffrey and Samuel now. So
that's a great, excellent point. You're right. Everything is set up to win now. The guys that were drafted for now probably, they'll step up and get a chance to start early. So I agree. I completely agree with that.
Yeah, because Gettleman's never been this aggressive on offense in the draft. Never.
No, never. Not at all, man. Matter of fact, I mean, and that's what kind of scares me a little bit. We definitely stepped away from BPA. You can't tell me this was a BPA draft because especially in the late rounds, this was not a BPA. This was like you said, a win now, go get what I need. So I think he stepped away from his philosophy a bit. Time will tell whether it will pay off or not.
Yeah, you're not nervous about it on the defensive side of the ball. You could be a little bit nervous on the offensive side.
No, I'm a little nervous about it because I say that because, like you said, there was no for the future picks except for the DN, and we need more than that. CJ is on a 2-year contract, but he's getting old. Peppers is on a 1-year deal. It's a balance. Even Gettleman says it's a balance, man. You gotta look 5 years down the road. You can't just look for now because you'll pigeonhole yourself and back yourself into a corner.
Well,
but I like the draft though. I mean, look, I'm okay with the win now. And I don't think we're in any dire need for anything. There was enough movement in free agency that we didn't need much, and everything was, pretty much set up for us to go. and do it now. So he did a great job setting it up that we didn't have to go BPA. We just got what we needed and can get out of the draft.
Yep. Okay. And I agree. It's interesting. Like, even with the defensive end, we got Addison.
That's true.
If this kid works out, learns on the peppers, he could be potentially starting on the other side. But so we'll see. But like I said, he seemed like the only guy that in the picks was for the future. Everybody else was about the now. Definitely. Because I really think this is the year, man. If we mess around, we miss the playoffs. I think Gettleman's going to start cleaning the house.
Hey, man, look, the division's tough too, man. Like, the division also had some great drafts. Tampa had a great draft. Well, I'm not gonna say they have a great full draft. They had a great couple first rounds. The Saints had a great couple first rounds. Atlanta bolstered their defense a little bit, so it's not going to be easy. This is definitely not the same NFC South. Every team is pretty much good to go, so it's not going to be easy at all. So we're gonna have to come to fight every week, man. We can't be BSing. So, I mean, I can't say Gettleman is going to clean house and all that, because it's not like we should just run roughshod through the division and just take it. It's gonna be tough.
It'll be tough. I mean, we should be able to win it. It's gonna be tough.
This is gonna be the toughest division has been in a long time. Like, everybody's gonna be beating each other up. It's gonna be rough, man. It's gonna be rough for sure. So, not scared of anything like that, but we should be fine.
Even at 6-10, Carolina had the best defense in the South.
Yeah, that ain't saying much. I take stats with context. You know that. I think what would be like 21st in the league, something like that. But I mean, I'll cut us some slack on that, because we starting rookie corners. Our defense is gonna be way better. And I'll go back to the stat that they were saying during the draft. We lost 3 games. We lost 6 games by 3 points or less. So, and that was, I think, second most in the NFL, or it was second most in history, something like that. It was second most. So it's not, and this is considered we had a ton of injuries. So it's not like we're a bad team. Like, we lost a couple games by a field goal, by a no miss, or injury. Cam wasn't playing, or Luke wasn't playing, or wasn't playing. We shuffled the line 33 times. Like, this team, if healthy, is going to be a problem, and people need to be watching out, because we shored up the O-line, and everybody looks to be healthy. Hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood, everybody's going to stay healthy. And we're not a 6-10 team by any means. Like, if you think the Panthers are a 6-10 team based off of last year, then you weren't watching, because we're not a 6-10 team, bro. Not at all.
Are we making the playoffs?
Another bold prediction? That's 3, man. That's 3.
For the founders, man.
Three bold predictions in one draft. I mean, in one podcast.
That's what I do.
You on a roll today, man.
I'll repeat them. I'll just repeat them another episode.
Go ahead. Okay. All right. That being said, what any parting shots?
Nah,
wrap it up, or are you good?
Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good to go. We've been going for over an hour, so.
Yeah, I'm good. So that being said, this is episode 2 of the Poundcast. Shout out to Larry for the name. We appreciate the help. And we should have some intro music. I don't know if it's gonna be on this one or not.
It's gonna be on this one.
Okay, so we got the intro music. Shout out to Kid Connect. Go look him up. Pretty dope beat we got. We're gonna try to do a little bit more here and there with the Poundcast. And anybody out there know any graphic designers or anything like that? We need a logo in order to get it on iTunes. So as soon as we get a logo, we'll get it on iTunes. And it's on SoundCloud. So I'll put the links and all that stuff in description box for YouTube. So it's on SoundCloud, YouTube, and we'll get it on iTunes as soon as possible. As soon as we get a logo. So that being said, that's it, and we'll see you guys on the next episode of the Poundcast.